Okay, I went ahead and using the Paper Tray ink stamp from their signature Christmas stamp set, I went ahead and stamped on the top of the layer piece of the banner, and then I glued the layer piece onto the bottom piece of the banner. So before I put the banner, so the banner is going to go across our card like this. So before I put the banner on our card, what I'd like to do is go ahead and using the Cuttlebug and the Snowflake embossing folder, emboss this red piece of cardstock that we printed and cut on the Imagine using the square. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and measure. I think it's okay on the inside, the 5 inches, but it's too long on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off about 3/4 of an inch on this piece of cardstock. So we'll just make it 4 inches. Let's see if that... And then that way it will lay nicely inside. Hard to see white on white, but it will lay nicely inside of the card. Okay, so that'll work perfectly. So let's grab the Cuttlebug and start embossing. Okay, and voila, I have it embossed. This is I love this snowflake embossing pattern. It's from Sizzix, and I don't really know what the name of it is, but it's a snowflake. It comes in a 2-pack. It has the snowflake and it has like a plaid with it. But I love how this snowflake, it's so big. And again, I use Paper Tray ink cardstock with this because I feel like when you emboss, you want a heavier grade of cardstock to get that thicker embossed edge. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to add a little bit of glimmer to this. So I'm going to lay that down on some white paper, and using my Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist, and this is the iridescent gold, I'm just going to lightly spray that paper. Not a lot, just something to give it a little bit of shimmer. And let that dry for a second. And while that's drying, I'm going to add a few little extra embellishments onto my tree. Now I'm using this glitter glue Studio G. I think I got this at Michael's a couple of years ago. I don't even know if they carry it anymore, but I was rummaging through some of my drawers, and I decided that I needed to use some of the product I have. So I'm going to use this glitter glue. You can use whatever you like. I'm just going to add a little dot at the top to kind of hide that little circle that's cut out and give that like a little, I don't know, not really a star effect, but something to that. And then on the bottom, I'm just going to add a little to the trunk. Just a little, just something to glam it up a bit. Since I was using the gold rhinestones, I thought the gold would fit perfect. Alrighty, so that's what that looks like. And we'll sit that and let it dry, and then we'll finish our card. Okay, now that the Glimmer Mist is dry on our snowflake embossed paper, I'm going to go ahead and just put some adhesive around the outside here. And my glitter glue is not quite dry, so I want to be careful here. But I'm going to just put that inside the card like that. And then it's ready for the banner. And so the banner, I'm going to use some pop dots. I don't have any more of my favorite Stampin' Up! Dots, so I'll have to use something else. Let's see. I think I'll use the tape. I like to use foam tape. It comes in a roll like this. It's not as thick as some of the dots, which I think is why I like Stampin' Up! Dots so much, is it's not so thick. And the neat thing about the tape is you could make the tape any size you like. So I'm going to go ahead and put this foam tape on here. Take off the backing. And then we'll go ahead and position this right over our card. Okay, so there's the super easy Christmas card made using the Gypsy and the Imagine. I hope you've enjoyed, and you all have a great day. Thank you.